All right, so we are going to do some stuff this turn. We are going to build out our base a little bit and design a little work platform. So first, we're going to need some light. I know that I kind of did a lot before without showing anything on screen, just because of the nature of it. But this time, we're going to go full technical specification talk, sort of. So these are going to be our little lights. I'll show you how that's going to work here. It's pretty simple, actually. No, I think the music is at a good level, but we'll see. Let me just skip back to that. Yeah, seems like it's at a good level, so we're good. Ah! Oh, geez. I also took away my extra health because I think that, honestly, I don't know that it would make it much of a difference. Plus, it just seemed perhaps a little cheaty if I had a lot of health, even if it was kind of doesn't make sense to die from almost everything. Oh, well. Okay, so... Oh, my goodness! Now, I'm putting this down here because the hangar deck on top isn't really meant to build stuff, right? We're not gonna... Oh, God. Gravity aligned. Okay, thank you. Oh, wrong one. God, which keys are which? Kind of just do it from like muscle memory at this point. There we go. Are we done? Let's do one here. And do one more right here. That's what I wanted. There we go. Yeah, so the hangar deck up top is for defensive purposes, right? Like if I started building a ship up there and we get attacked, which we very might with the extra difficulty from the MES mods, it would be a very bad place to be. Okay, so let's go get some construction components. Let me just keep OBS up there. There we go. Construction components. Do a quick boom, boom, boom on each one of them. God damn it. So here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna try. Okay, I guess not. Also, I changed the color of the bounding box, which is really funny, but 30, fall off of, I don't know, 7, intensity of 2. Okay. So let's see if I turn that range up to... What was the range? 40. Yeah, so that battery can light that for 2 years, which obviously I will not need. Okay, so 40 is still also pretty good. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll do 40. These lights will never really go off. There's no reason. What did we do? Fall off of 0.8 and 2. 40.82. $40.82, and then we'll just go down the line and do that. I'm gonna pause while we do this. I think I'm gonna do that a little bit more often. I gotta build more power cells, just because I don't want to. I really don't want to completely. I don't know. I leave a lot of fluff in, and I think that that might be a bit annoying. I just don't want to bore people, you know? Not necessarily that I really care what everybody thinks, but necessarily that, you know, being boring just sucks. Who wants to be boring, right? We'll cut out some of the fluff. It doesn't need to be in every single episode. 40, 8, 2. This one's almost done. All right, I'll be back. All right, I think that looks pretty good. I think that gives us a good amount of light. I don't know if maybe we should have more light over here, but let's see what it looks like up on top now that it's dark. Yeah, so you can't really see it. So I'm wondering if I increase it even more, especially in the center here where we need more light, if it makes it a little better. So let's go ahead and increase the radius to 60. Let's see if there's any change. So it looks like there is a little bit of bleed through the ground because my jetpack is being lit from the bottom. You can kind of see it. It looks like there's some even over here. I wonder if that's from my boots. Okay, well. Let's turn it back down. Okay, so what we're going to do this time, we are going to build a small grid work platform. Now, I have some ideas from a few videos I've seen recently of people building these things, which was exactly the idea I had before, but you know, we're gonna get some tips from what they did. So we're gonna use light armor. We're gonna use, maybe put a remote control on it, battery. We need landing gear. What do we need? We need a cockpit. Railing might be helpful. But... Okay, we're gonna need thrusters. So I'll get some atmospherics. We're gonna need a gyro. And then... battery. Okay, we're good. Light armor, just because. All right, so let's start it off. Okay, not that way. Put it to the ignore blue. I'm gonna scroll in a little bit. So control, scroll down, and that still kind of ended up being shit. Let's try this again. Put it closer to the ground. There we go. Okay. Ah, connector. That's what I need. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to build a connector. And then literally right on top of the connector, we're going to stand. So... here's the thing about that. If we do that... Okay, let's make this a little longer than I thought it might be. Come on. Okay. So put that there. That'll kind of look a little better. And I can also put this here. Okay. Put a warfare battery. Oh, we can't. See, this is why... Oops. Oh, well. Okay, well, this is why I'm not actually having it build it. Because I was worried about this would happen a bunch of times. So, we're actually going to put it like this. Then we're going to learn from our mistakes, and that is fine. Okay. We're going to think about our thrust again. Same thing as before, though, is I don't want to have it too close to the front because I don't want to burn out whatever we're building. Okay, so we're standing up here. We're going to need downwards thrust. So I saw them use light armor panels. I thought that was an awesome idea. Simply because you can basically have very, very little weight. Instead of the way I did it, which was full blocks. Oh, we need more steel plates. Let's go get a bottle as well while we're here.
Energy critical.
I need more energy. Crap. And yeah, okay, so we are gonna have it continue to produce steel plates apparently, because I don't have enough. 30,000 is not enough. That's all I'm left after all this, and that was that machine running for hours. It doesn't have any speed modules, so it makes sense. Okay. Let's get back up there. Maybe we have to put a med center up here in the bay. Oh. Thought that might have been concrete, but it's not. Oops. So, just trying to think of how this thing is going to be. So, let's go ahead and so there's like a little ramp so we can like hop up on, right? Might have to do this a little differently. I don't know if this is gonna work so well. Well, we'll trial and error, right? Let's put the downward thrusters on the side here. I think they're far enough away that it won't interfere too much. And we need sideways thrusters, which actually... Yeah, just be careful. You don't want to tap the connector and then everything falls apart. We could technically put another row here. Which I will do. I think that works. The light armor will kind of hold it all together, I think. Maybe not all of it together, but it'll hold most of it together. I don't think we can put another one on the end there. So I think what I'll do is have it build it now. Here we go. So let's see what comes out of this crazy batch of parts. So up, we don't have any down thrust. That's what we need. So I want this thing to be fully capable, including with remote blocks. Aha! Look at that. That's funny because that thermal signature I can't even see from over here. So you can make this thing a lot smaller if you had a reactor. I'm actually curious how much uranium we have after the gravel sifter. Not a lot, but I think we have enough to technically put a small reactor on something. Let's see how much juice this uses. We have 18 minutes. And we don't have any side to side, so... gyro. Yeah, I think we'll put it there. We could put a reactor on it next time, I think. I don't know how to make this thing look cool and not use many parts, so... It's literally just a platform. Like, that's what we want. Ooh. Yeah, we might have to change this a little bit again. I want to be able to get to the front very easily. I think we'll just make it really small. The more utilitarian it is, the better, I think, actually. And we can also get to the cargo if we want. The cargo is for power and for just being able to transport stuff with you pretty easily. Okay. It's a pretty simple... flying. I think actually the gyros at full power is probably better. Okay, maybe not. They're a little too powerful, I think. 80%? Actually, I think even less. Let's try it at 60. Yeah, because then it's not like you're not swinging wildly from side to side. Yeah, I think that might be better. The big thing is landing. I don't want to... Okay, so we can do that. I'm worried about touchdown. Every time it touches down, we're going to like slam into the ground possibly. I'm worried about what that's going to do to me. Well, maybe not to me, but you know. On the front, we need a magnetic plate. Same thing as I'm kind of worried about it bumping into things. So we're going to actually put a blast door. Should we do this kind of blast door? I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that. So my thought here is, if I bump into something in the front, the magnetic plate will hit pretty quickly before I do. And then on the bottom, if I just want to lay on the ground, I can just put a magnetic plate here, I think. That won't help prevent against, like, bumping into things, but I think it will make it easier just to, like, it'll grab on quicker, sort of thing. And I can kind of walk off and then jump on real quick. I don't even need a... yeah, I don't need a flying thing, whatever the hell it's called anymore. Jeez, jetpack. There we go. You don't need a flying thing. That's a great little term. Okay, I can't use mirror mode because we're not in creative. That's the only thing about creative that I really am thinking I'm gonna utilize because, oh man, mirror mode is so helpful. Then again, you can technically do a version of mirror mode with the blueprint system. So maybe not, but I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking about doing this really cheekily, but I think we'll just do it this way. So then we can still walk off this way if we want to. The only reason I'm adding these is because I want it to be very, very, very easy and obvious that we can kind of like walk off the side and not have too much trouble. Does that make sense? I don't think there's a way to make a ship very, very light and have it look really quite nice. This is extremely utilitarian. And I think that's okay. Like, I don't think that looks terrible. I think this looks and feels like exactly like it should. I can just kind of... Now, the other thing is here, I can also have magnetic plates on the side. So... which is something I definitely take from the other designs that I've looked at of this type of thing. That won't do anything. And that'll just get blown up, I think. We're gonna try it just to... little greeble, very little weight. It's like, think about it. This is 20 kilograms, which is actually quite a lot. Oh, light armor is 20 kilograms too. Shit, okay. Okay, well then it doesn't matter if you make it out of light armor blocks or light armor panels or light armor blocks. Wow. That's annoying. Ooh, I've only got a few minutes now. We might need multiple batteries. Oh, wait a minute. Can the front not lock now? Oh. I put a light armor panel on there, not an actual magnetic plate. Duh. It's gonna be the pucker fish, not the puffer fish, the pucker fish. See, and then we can walk over here and we can go grind, 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 blah, blah, blah. We can also... we can do the same thing sideways. We go boop, 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 boop. And maybe we want the back kind of have the same kind of thing here, right? So... again, form over function in this case. Quarter panel, there we go. Yeah. Very, very, very utilitarian. So it's 1,400 kilograms. I'm going to have to be very careful with this thing flying. We're gonna have to put some connectors under there so that we can charge things up. And maybe we want to put some spotlights out here or something. Wow. Can't even see. Okay, I can see. It's just very difficult. Okay. Okay. Let's get some ammo on this thing. Only 38. I guess that's the same amount that we'd have in our inventory. So actually, that's not great. Okay. Well, we don't have any power income right now. I don't know if you've been able to see that, but we just have a ton of batteries on the base, and we have some solar panels at the moment. And we're not using up a lot of that power. Okay, so the work platform is charging. Let's go ahead and do what I just said, which is we need to put some connectors in here somewhere. So we're going to need ground-based connectors, which actually kind of ruins the aesthetic because... well, I guess we could still do it. The question is, where do we want to put stuff? So I think what we'll do is we'll actually put stuff against this wall. So let's see what blocks we have here. So we have a hazard block. So half slope and base. So let's go ahead and remove this guy. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge, otherwise we're going to fall. Let's see what I mean by the 5x5x5, if it wasn't clear before. There we go. So, I'm thinking if we just put little connectors connected to nothing, just like on the ground here. So like one there, and one there. Far enough apart to park two small ships, I think. And this is basically similar to all light armor, so... trying to think about like what I want to do here. So just to kind of blow into the other one, we're going to do... Now we're going to use a ton more blocks. That's the problem. Show you what I mean. So, that's just for the front. We're using like 7 blocks. Or, well, yeah. Every one of these sides is using 25 blocks. So just to make it similar, to what it was before, we'd have to do that. Which uses up a whole ton of blocks. Good thing is once it's built, so I don't think I'm that worried about it, but the good thing about having giant blocks with tons of steel plates in it, you can just grind it for a few seconds and now you have a full inventory. The other thing is we don't actually have to fill this whole thing, so we could just go there, so that's what I think I'll do. Yes, I know I'm flying. I actually looked for a no jetpack mod, and there's not been many that have been updated recently. So I'm like a little worried about that. Because I think the only way I'm going to stop using the jetpack is by forcing myself not to have one, period. Because I turned up the usage so much that like I literally couldn't fly for even a few seconds. And I still use the jetpack all the time. While I was building this thing, so... Yeah, I don't think it matters what kind of block I put down there. Just as long as it's one of these. Yeah. Well, that block's going. See? Dropping shit is really dangerous. So I'm doing that for the floor because the floor is kind of, what is it called? The, like, it makes sense to have it in the floor like that because otherwise if you, like, smash your ship into it, it's just going to take out the connector and the ship's going to stop. I'd rather it slide across and not actually take out the connector. Alright, so I'm going to do that a few more times and I will be back. Okay, so I have done some stuff, obviously. As you can see, I have put some connectors up here. So again, this is a hangar. This is a small place. So this is made for many fighters, miners, all kinds of stuff. So I have a few things in the floor here, as you can see. I've placed them in all the big blocks that don't have the hazard symbols on the outside because I really like the hazard symbols on the outside. See? And then I have placed the ones on the side there. And then what I'm going to do also is I'm going to chance it and put some down here. So we have a few places we can actually stick some connectors and like attach things to the ceiling. Okay, well maybe that's a little different than I thought it would be. Big block, big block, big block. Okay, maybe not. I was hoping we'd be able to just stick one down here. I think we'd have to stick them on here. Yeah. Okay, because I was going to say, if we hang a ship here, I mean, it's not going to get attacked. It's way down here. But back here would be way better. I'd have to put it over here. Okay, never mind then. We're not going to do that. We could also put them on the ceiling in here. Actually, that might be a good idea. Let's do a few of those. So what we're going to do, how we're going to do this, we're just going to do it very simply. We're going to put little connection points on each of these. Not the one over here, because this one is nearest to the door. And I don't want to clog up the area by the door. Conveyor. I'm actually not going to do that one. I'm going to put it in here. Okay, so we're going to do conveyor here. Because I think this will be... Ooh. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No. Tool. Okay. I wanted to put this guy. There we go. Ha! Beat it to the punch. And then we're going to throw a connector there. A connector there. Connector there. So now we can hang stuff from the ceiling as well. So if it has a connector on top, we can connect up to the connector and then we can fill it up or whatever we're doing and then we can fly away. I think we might also make this connector a connected connector, if that makes any sense. Because this one is right in line with this. That one is too, actually. So we could actually do both. Let's do both. So I'll show you what that means here. So we could put it directly in line with this, but I think we're gonna go one block down. And I think it won't show on the bottom, but it might. And I don't really care if it does show on the bottom because, again, it would never get attacked, so it doesn't really matter. Nope. Okay, so we do have enough. We do have enough room, I think. Yeah. All right. So just cut all that out. Let's see how the battery's doing. Fully recharged. Okay. So we can actually use our little thing to fly now. Yeah, this guy's gonna fall off, and that guy is not gonna fall. Okay. So, we don't have to, but I think the best way to do this is using these guys, this curved reinforced conveyor. So, not that I necessarily expect them to get damaged, but if, for example, we are in a ship and we hit the connector too hard, it could destroy the conveyor on the back instead of just a connector. This will make it a lot less likely for that to happen. Because damage proceeds through blocks. That's what I'm kind of worried about. Alright, we'll do that. And then we'll do... We'll put that right there. Hopefully we can make that into a T. And then I think... Yep, we can make it into a T. So we'll put a T there. And then we'll just put a normal conveyor here. And just like that, in, 4 minutes or whatever it was, or 5 minutes, we have a buried pipe now, basically. See, it doesn't take long if you have build and repair, but if you don't have build and repair, fucking forever. I'm just gonna paint these guys. And then we're gonna throw... Oh, nope. Concrete. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense because we're building them out of literal... Oh, wrong color. We're building them literally out of steel plates, but... Ooh. Okay, whatever. Battered armor. Yeah, I like that. If it's the same color as all the other gray, it kind of looks a little weird. I don't know what components those were, but okay. Honestly, I wish I could lock the color on the station, then I don't have to keep changing everything and fixing everything, but it's fine. It's whatever. All right, so we have a connected connector down here. We have connectors up there, not on the wall, which is fine. We can lock little fighters and whatever into all these. This connector in the middle of here is kind of where we can build ships, and then we can drop them on the connector and charge them up. Again, there's nothing behind it. It's just a connector. So all it does is deliver power. So those two connectors are for the hydrogen. Now, next thing I'm going to do real quick is we're going to build a small ship fabricator, basically. So how we're going to do this, a little bit of instruction here. So we need a spot where we can plug in a connector, of course, because that's what we need. We could also do a rotor. Advanced rotor would work. My only problem with advanced rotors is, well, I guess there's not really that big of a deal. So there's two ways to do it. Advanced rotor would work. So let's do the advanced rotor way. Advanced rotor way, excuse me. Yes, not that way. So we have to think about this if we're going to do this. Yeah, so let's put that on. We're going to remove the rotor head. We're going to just add a rotor head here. So that's now a small rotor head. This is a small grid rotor. Okay? So we're going to lock this rotor in place. We're going to turn up the torque just in case. Share inertia tensor on. And that's it. We're never going to touch that rotor again, basically. So now we're going to put a conveyor junction on there. And then wherever we put this connector is where we're going to have our ship be produced from. So we could do it. So the thing you got to think about is like how far away from it is from other blocks. Because obviously build and repair can't necessarily, or well, blueprints can't necessarily be printed like if it's in the middle of another block. We can't subgrid like that. So what we might do is we might actually... Okay, actually what we could do is we could actually make it so that the rotor... We could actually do this even better. So conveyor junction. We're going to do conveyor frame. Conveyor converter. I guess we could use that, but we're not going to. We're going to put a cap here just because that kind of looks cool. We could use conveyor frames, and I think I actually will instead of that. Like it's extending, right? Like that kind of looks cool. Put another cap back here. Just kind of put it the same kind of thing. So actually we're gonna use the rotor like a rotor. Show you here what we'll do. So inertia tensor off. Torque. Velocity, excuse me, not torque. Oh. I don't know what it's getting stopped by. Oh, rotor lock is on. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. All right, so now what we need is we need a connector. A small grid connector. So this is a kind of an experimental thing for me right now, so I'm just kind of slightly experimental, partially. It's going to be an advanced design, let's just say. So let's just make sure it can swing back up without damaging itself. Oh, gosh. Weep. Yep, no problem. Oh, no. Yeah, don't go out of the screen when you're doing that. Otherwise, it would slam into the rock behind it. So it kind of like it's an accordion, right? So now it's in the center of the room almost, right? So it's far enough away from everything that I think it's fine. But later, we can have a button that basically swings it back down and swings it up depending on if we're using it or not. On this, you're going to place a... if I have any, projector. We're going to place a lot of projectors on this. Now, where is the question? But I think... Okay, we can't place any there. You can only go in there or there. Well, in that case, we're going to build a bunch of blue guys. Not build them, but... So this connector is piped up. We can pull everything out of this because it's a large grid projector or connector. Let's do not many. I'm gonna go back here. And then we're gonna do that again. And that again. God damn it. It's quicker than me. And I have a really crappy drill right now, so, or the grinder right now, so. Anyway, so there we got it. We got it. Okay, so what we need is projectors all over this thing, basically. Depending on how many ships we're going to build, basically. Let's just put a bunch. Yep. And then what we can do is we can also put a merge block. Right. So we can put a small merge block. Small merge block is actually probably the better one to use for these purposes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a blast door block, if I can find one, in my crazy, annoying inventory. And those are really annoyingly loud. Holy crap. Didn't realize how annoying they were. Actually, I'm going to put that one. Come on. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, okay. Pistons have merge blocks. So there we go. So now, as an example, I guess I can't do it from here. So let's do it from down here. We can't really see it, but we're gonna try. Make sure build and repair doesn't have anything funky turned
Energy
on.
low.
Build new is not on. Great. I don't know which projector is which, so let's just grab this one. Which one is this one? Okay, projector. Okay. We're going to have to rename all these. This is projector 8. Projector small. Okay. Projector 8. Small. See, projector 8 and projector 8 small. And we needed to clarify. Well, let's say I have a small grid blueprint. This laser relay, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. I haven't touched this in a long time. But you can see I can kind of see where it's at, sort of. But you can see the connector there, sort of. Slightly. Oh god, I'm really having trouble seeing this now. Oh god. We're gonna need a helm or something. Let's do that. And let's put this down a little bit. I hate that sound. Oh my god. It's getting really annoying. I don't know why that locked, but alright, we're gonna keep it like that. So okay. Small. I could probably just type small and it'd be fine, but whatever. So if we, there we go, pitch is correct now. We can line it up and we can select keep projection. And I don't know how lined up that is, but it looks like it might be close. So we need to bring it this way, which I don't know which way this way is, but actually, so what you can do is you can just kind of like look at it in spectator. There we go. That really gives us a good line of sight. I'm gonna put it right there. Now we can see it here. There we go. Nope, that one. Can't see vertical, but I can see this. And now, so looks like I was actually smart before. You know, 2 years ago when I made this. So you can see this is a, oh, what is it? Oh, that's a parachute hatch. Okay, never mind. I lied. I wasn't smart. So on a lot of grids, I started to put merge blocks on so that you could just disconnect it. But imagine this was a merge block. It looks like it's forward a little too far still. ships, but let's do that quickly. There we go. Imagine there was a merge block here. You can project this because the merge block will be connected. And what you can do is you can have a button down here that says like disconnect merge block, and then it'll just disconnect it. And then either the thing will drop to the floor or you can have the connector connected. Like this is like a satellite, so it's not really meant to fly, but if it was a flying thing, even if it was hydrogen, you can fill it with a connector. And then you can disconnect both, and then it'll hang there, and then you can fly it away. Right? There you go. So that's how you do small grid. That's an easy way. And the thing is, when this is built, this projector, since I have keep blueprint on, which one is it? This one? Which projector was it? What the fuck? Oh, it doesn't have the right names on these. All the names are wrong. Wow. So even if I build it or I turn it off, it'll keep the projection. So if I want to build this next time, I can just do it again, run through the cycle, and then be done. The other thing I can do with this is if I have timer blocks, I can say timer block for projection 6 or 8 or whatever the hell it is, right? And I can go, okay, timer block for projection 8, press. And then what I can do is what I can set it to do is I can set it to turn on the projector. I can set it to turn on the merge block, or no, the merge block will already be on, but make sure it's on. I can set it to lock to connector, right? Or lock to connector after a few minutes. And then I can have it basically wait so that it can then disconnect the merge block and disconnect the connector and whatever after a certain amount of time. So I could have 1 or 2 merge blocks or timers set up to do that. And then this is an automated process, especially with build and repair. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be this easy if you weren't using build and repair. I'm using build and repair, so it's a little easier. But that's how you do it. And yeah, so it's in the center of the room now. You can have a button that basically says unlock rotor, push into the other position, reverse it, reverse, reverse, reverse. And then you can just lock it. And then here in this case, it won't be a problem. You can do the same thing as you just did here, but instead of an advanced rotor, you can put a connector, another small connector, one of these on the back end, and then a small connector on the other end, and then do the exact same thing. All you have to remember is that every single one of your builds has to have a merge block right above a connector, right? In the orientation that actually matters. Which is basically what I've started to do. I built most of my grids like that. So, yeah, that actually is really good. Now, technically, what we could also do is we could also build. We could actually turn this up so that now it's in another orientation. So we could have other ships that are being built in other orientations also be built with the merge block and all that. So there's a few things we could do, but that's the main takeaway. Oh my god, this noise is annoying me. All right, so there we go. I think we're gonna end the full episode here, but I think we got a lot done, and I think we have a lot of cool ideas coming soon. So I'll talk to you guys next time.